Yep. All right, beautiful. So welcome once again to the Free Sales Virtual Bootcamp. I'm the convener and you all know my name already, but I'm going to introduce myself properly. All right, I've done this for a few persons and I'm doing it again today. All right, I've done this like a free sales meeting, but not exactly what I'm about to share today. No. This is fresh from oven. Like it's fresh from oven. Okay. So let us sit back, relax, and enjoy the meeting. Okay. So welcome once again. And I celebrate you for being here. By the way, my name is Weldy Ifeanyi James, and I'm a real estate investment consultant, marketing and sales coach, and also I am I'm a trainer and a public speaker, a certified public speaker, right? I'm also a financial expert and a B2B sales consultant and serial entrepreneur. I'm also a retired self-employed. All right. Um, Before now, it hasn't always been like this. Just a little bit about my story. I grew up in an environment where my both parents were both traders. My mom was a trader, my dad was a trader. It was a struggle. Now, why did I say it was a struggle? I'm talking about traditional trader. The raw traditional trader is not economic in school. I'm talking about raw traditional trader in the market. So I grew up where after school, I go straight to the market, right? To go and do one or two things and then come back with my siblings home. And, that will be around evening time, thereabout. Not loud. Somebody saying is not loud. Please confirm that. Confirm that. Confirm that. I'm literally shouting here. Confirm if you can hear me. Confirm if you can hear me. Please, if it's not loud on your end, that should be your network. Yeah, maybe from the person's end because I'm using mic. All right, and I'm using headphone so I can hear myself. And it's very loud. So maybe it's your network. Okay, good. So let's proceed. So I grew up from that background where from school to shop, then you stay till in the evening, you go back home. And then when you go back home, it's already almost night, right? So when you go back home, that's when to wash your socks, wash your school uniform if need be to wash them. And then, eat, and then there will even be time for writing assignments. In fact, I write my assignment the next day. I mean, the next day. When I say the next day of school, that's when I write my assignment in the morning because everybody was about business. So I did not know book. What an average Nigeria will say, no book. I was taking that time we're 44 in the class. So my result used to be 40 out of 44, or maybe 42 out of 44. This continued until now. The challenge wasn't because I wasn't intelligent. Nope. I feel the challenge was because of that background. The setup was business. Are you following me? So I picked up in primary 4 my seatmate then, Ben Clement. Ben Clement was the person that takes first. So I started modeling Ben Clement. I model what he does. During break time, he don't go to play like us because we played a lot, And this guy will sit down and read. When it's time for tests, he will read and read and read. So I started doing whatever I see him do. Modeling. I'm talking about modeling now. Whatever I see him do, I do the same thing. If he goes out to play, I go. When he come back, I'm back. When he's reading, I'm reading. Like I started modeling that guy, Ben Clement. And that was how it continued. And guess what? We wrote a test at that moment, and Ben Clement got 16 over 16. I also got 16 over 16. Now, my teacher then, I think Mrs. Adebisi, called me. I'm talking about primary 4, and said I should come and prove my results. I should come and prove how I got here. So she now did more like what's it called now? She now did more like asking me questions. And guess what? She asked the question, I answer. She asked the question, I answer. Maybe she thought I looked into. That's the power of modeling. From that day till today, that's how it has been. The power of modeling. So why did I decide to share this? When you are in trainings like this, you must not exactly be like me, but try and find a way to model what you are hearing. Find a way to model what you're seeing. It will definitely start reflecting. Are you following? It will definitely what? Start reflecting. Gradually, it starts reflecting. Gradually, it starts reflecting. And that's how it has been. So from that day till today, I'm a very good modeler. I model a lot. When I see what's working, I model it. When I see what's working, I model it. I pay for trainings to attend and model. I attend, I model. The more I model, modeling is taking the action I have seen that the place I had it, that action was taken. So success in sales comes from execution. And guess what? After then, I started the business even, and it continued, and today we're here. So it's not a rocket science, okay? It's not a rocket science. If you're following me, type I am following. If you're following me, just type I'm following. If you're following, type I'm following. I need your attention, like 100%. 100%. Okay, good. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So it continued, and personally, I had loved selling. Like, I did not like selling because like I need to like selling, but I realized that I need to sell for me to make money, right? I need to sell for me to even feed, because if I don't sell, I won't feed. No sales, no bank alerts. That's why I wrote a book. There's an ebook, a very best-selling ebook. That's my fastest-selling ebook right now. No sales, no bank alerts. If you don't sell, don't expect a bank alert. There's no 2 words about it. There is no story about it. There's no emotional sentiment around it. You don't sell, there's no bank alerts. Don't expect any bank alerts. A debit must leave your customer, and then a credit comes to you. So it continued, and today we are here. So listen to me, pay attention, learn what you can learn, and get value for yourself. All right. I said success in sales comes from execution. You cannot be successful in sales if you are not a good executor. Forget about sales. Success in sales comes from what? It comes from execution. Execution. If you can hear me, type execution. Execution is not a storyteller. I mean, it's not in the storytelling and all of that. It's in the execution. 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 You must execute. You must execute. Is a must. Success in sales come from execution. And that's why people look at you and they feel you don't know what you're doing. Some people look at you, they feel you're out of your mind because you have gone all out to execute. Trust me, That business that can pay you 1,000 naira today has the capacity of paying you 10 million. That business that can pay you 10,000 has the capacity of paying you 10 million. Don't limit the business you're doing, thinking, okay, something is wrong somewhere. There's nothing wrong anywhere. There's nothing wrong anywhere. Everything is wrong with the things you do not yet know, and the things you know but you do not understand, and the things you know and understand but you do not execute. That makes sense. The problem you are facing today is not the business you're doing. The problem or the challenge you're facing in your business is not in the business. It's not in the business in quotes. It's not in the business in quotes. It is in your knowledge about sales. Above that, it's in your knowledge and understanding about sales. And above that, a little bit higher, it's in your knowledge, in your understanding, and in your execution of what you have known and what you have understood about selling. So success in sales come from execution, nothing more, nothing less. Forget about every other English, forget about every other speech when execution is not in place. So selling is an execution sport and not a telling sport. It's an execution sport. It's a place where you do. It's not a place where you watch. The selling point is a place, is a point of action. The selling point is an action point. That sport is meant for action. It's meant for action. There's nothing to negotiate about it. It is action or action. It is either action or action. Are you following? Now, what you will learn from me today, the first thing you will learn from me today, the post-COVID business dynamics. A lot of businesses have lost it because they have refused to they have refused to blend with the new normal. I'm going to be showing you the post-COVID business dynamics based on research. Then I'm going to share with you what changed. The next thing you will learn is the creator-founder era. Please, if you are in a haste, if you know you will not be to the end of this meeting, honestly, I would advise that there's no need. Why am I saying this? I am not a teacher that rush to talk. Some of you that have been in my meeting, yes, sometimes I rush, but if I want you to get it, I don't rush. So if you want me to rush, type rush. If you want me to take my time so you can get it better, type take your time. The majority wins the vote. I'm waiting. Wow. I'm waiting to see rush. Everybody is saying take your time. Everybody is saying take your time. So if I is Ukwanike, take your time. Abi? All right. So, okay, beautiful. It's fine. It's fine. Please just lend me your attention this moment. Today is going to change your life. I'm talking about your sell. You are going to start selling like a mad person, but you're not mad. Because you will meet people and they will give you the money. You will not hear anything except money. Like they will give you the money. Or you become like a magnet. And God will help us. So the next you will learn is the creator founder era. I'm going to be sharing with you what we call the creator founder era. Some of you read a lot, right? But trust me, some of the things I'm sharing today is not what I read. I put together few experience, like 0.2% of my experience. I'm talking about 0.2% of my experience, so not up to 1%. That's what I put together today. So next, the shift in sale. I'm going to be sharing with you the shift in sale. All right. Next is who own your business. Now, who own your business? Share with me who own your business. Who own your business? Who is the owner of your business? Share with me. Who is the owner of your business? Yourself. Wonderful. Me. Okay. My sister. All right. I understand. Me. When I say who is the owner of your business, I need response. Customers. Amara. I will not say who is right or who is wrong, but when we get to this point, I would mention me. Okay, let me see. Something is going on here that is very interesting. I'm saying me. Let me see. My brother. Okay, good. All right, it's fine. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. My customers and me. My customers and myself. Customers, without them, we are not in business. All right. When we get to that point, I screenshotted all the responses. When we get to that point, I'm going to mention those that were correct. Okay. So who owns your business? Next is post-COVID sales framework. You're going to learn post-COVID sales framework. All right. Post-COVID sales framework. Post-COVID sales framework. We're going to learn psycho-selling techniques. Some of you have heard it before. Some of you you're hearing it for the first time. Psycho-selling techniques. Yes, there's something like that in sales. So I'm going to be sharing with you the techniques to psycho-sell people. All right. Psycho-selling makes people to buy as if you charmed them, but it's not charm. It's just a skill, right? It's something you know. And then I'll share with you lead conversion secrets. Some of you are good in lead generation. I'm not talking about lead generation as a quote. No, you're good in gathering customer, gathering leads, gathering phone numbers of people. You are good in generating leads, but your problem is conversion, right? I'm going to share with you lead conversion secret. And then I'm going to lastly share with you what matters. Some of you are focusing on what never mattered. But today you're going to learn what matters. And that's where you need to start paying attention. Now, follow me carefully. The post-COVID business dynamics. Now, do you know more than 3/4 of buyers and sellers says they now prefer digital self-serve and a remote human engagement over face-to-face interaction? This is a research, a very recent and current research, that more than 3/4 of the number of buyers and the sellers have come to an agreement that they now prefer remote human engagement. Like, it's not a must for them to see you before they buy. But yeah, where some people still want people to come and see them. And that's why remote business owners seems to be making more money. And then the wise business owners, what they are doing today is to have the physical present and the online present. And that's why it's an error for you not to have a landing page for your business. It's an error for you not to have a landing page for your organization where people can easily come in and do stuff with or without your presence. They just go through the information and that's the way it is. People should be able to make order from online. You should be able to automate processes. Things have changed. Next, only 20% of buyers say they hope to return in-person sales. How many of you customer check your goods finish? After checking it, they said, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. And you never see them till today. I'll get back to you. or you will hear from me. How many of you? If you're like that, type 10. It just indicates 10 there. They say I'm coming back. Some of them say you will hear from me. Some of them will tell you, stories. If you have that experience, let me know. 10. They will say I'll get back to you. You will hear from me. I'm coming back. All of those things. Only one person. So all of you, all your customers have been buying from you, right? Okay. Okay. All right. Now follow me carefully. Only 20% of buyers says they hope to return in-person sale. I'm talking about physical, not online. So are you saying that the ratio is going down? That people now do more stuffs online more than physical? Now, I'm saying this so that you can adjust your mental frame. Because once you can adjust your mental frame to fit into the current reality, you're going to do better. A lot of things have changed. Next, 70% of decision makers, that is CEOs, business owners, I mean, yes, CEOs, C-suite guys, all the big guys in the industries. 70% of this, they are the decision makers. All right, they are the decision makers. So 70% of decision makers say they are open to making new fully self-serve or remote purchases in excess of $50,000, and 27% would spend more than $500,000 to make purchase without meeting a person. Without meeting a person. For example, I sell real estate too. Okay, all the real estate I've sold this year is not physical. All of them was done on call, online. Do you get? So, but why is it that you not get these people and they end up not buying? There's something you do not know, and I'm going to share with you briefly. Okay. So the time has passed where you just post pictures. You are selling shoe and bag. You just post pictures. Just spread the pictures anyhow. No, that's not the right way anymore. And I'm going to show you why. Are you following? Next, decision makers globally say that digital and remote selling is as effective as in-person engagement. That is it. Next, most smart sellers now believe that digital prospecting is as effective as in-person meetings to connect with both new and existing customers. Today, whether you see your customer or not, you are going to talk to them because wherever you are, you can just make communication to them. All right. So both e-commerce and digital selling now account for 43% of sales revenue, more than any other channel. So what that means is that most businesses now account their sales to about 43% in revenue, more than every of their channels. Their physical channels, their in-person channels, coming to the office to come and buy or coming to the shop physically to come and buy, they're recording more to about 43% of online shoppings or online deal closing. I seen it now. Now, next is this. What changed? What exactly changed? And why is it like that? Why is it like that? Number one, the customer thought pattern has changed. Did you hear that? The customer thought pattern, excuse me, the customer thought pattern has changed. The way customers think has changed. The way customers think last 5 years, last 10 years, last 3 years, in fact, last 2 years, it's not the same with the way customers think now. You get that? Two, the reason for all these things or what changed is that the customer thinking processes has also changed. The way they process their thinking before they buy, it has also what? It has also changed. And the next, the internet has also changed. Do you remember that few years ago, Facebook was just all about you post your picture, do chatting, because if you don't have airtime, you just have to be chatting. It was, chatting, post pictures, you go to church, you post your picture. But today, people that understand what I am saying, they don't just post picture, but as they are posting, they are putting a sales copy following that picture, an account number to pay for that business or that stuff they want to post that they are selling. A link where you can click, go to website and see what they are talking about. It's no more just pictures as usual. Is that correct? Unlike before, just post picture, post picture. But right now, you see that smart people, how they operate, some of them even have social media manager that manages their stuff. I see it now. So these are some of the things that have changed. All right. Quickly, the founder creator era. What that means is this: we are in the era where you are responsible for everything that happens in your business, because the internet is a leveler. Your competitors is not your neighbor that sells the same thing you're selling. Your competitor is not that's your friend that is selling the same thing you are selling. No, that's not your competitor right now. Your competitor now is the world. So you are competing with the world. Why? Because the internet has broken the bridge. So what we call competition today is not this neighbor thing. It's not your friend selling data. It's not your friend selling the same clothes you're selling. It's not your friend that is doing the same fashion that you're doing. That's not your competitor right now. Your competitor is now obvious to you that it's global. So there is a global embodiment of what we now call competitors. Are you following? Now, the founder creator era is the era where you own the thinking and brainstorming. How to get customer, you will think. How to retain the customers, you will think. How to get them coming back, you will think. How to even make them to refer you, you will have to think. So you are the creator. In the founder creator era, you determine what you are worth. You're the one to decide how much you want to earn. Are you seeing what I said? Why I said there is an equal ground for everybody. You can still make $10,000 in this, like before this year ends. You can earn over $10,000 before this year ends. You know why? You can just sit down, determine your words, put down processes and patterns to take, that's action lines, and then get to work. I seen it now. Next is the self-friction bridge is broken. There was a friction in sales before now. Please, if you're understanding me or this thing I'm saying is connecting or resonating with you, let me know. Let me know. Are you getting value? If that's a yes, type value. Are you getting value? Are you getting value? If you're getting value, type value. You're getting value, right? Beautiful. Beautiful. But I'm sorry, some people will not understand what we are doing here today. Honestly, I will not be in doubt if some persons did not get value, right? Okay, value, good. Thank you. I just want to make sure I'm not wasting your time because I don't also want you to waste my time. So that's it. So the self-friction bridge is broken. There was a bridge, a friction bridge. Friction means a stop. There was a stop to certain people on how they can sell before your ability Before, your ability had frictions, but today those frictions are no more because we have the internet. The wall has been broken. The curtain has been torn in the global world today. I'm talking about the business world. So the frictions you used to have in sale, those barriers, those things that were stopping you, those limitations, they are no more existing. They are no more existing. They are no more existing. So if you sit and you are complaining, a this, a that, a this, a that, I'm sorry. The friction, what was stopping you has been broken. Why did I say so? What are you doing with your internet? Today, you don't need to pay 500K to attend a physical training. You can still pay the same 500K and sit in your house and get the same value. So the friction has been broken. Do you get that? Before now, if I'm to do this before now, you have to, if you are not in my location, which is Lagos, and then you cannot access the physical venue, you wouldn't have come. But are you seeing how Zoom and the internet broke the friction? And today we are together here. You get that point? So the friction, that's exactly what happened. So, and then there's a shift in sale as well. All right. There's a shift in sale. Oh my goodness. You see, my prayer for you is that you understand what I'm saying. That is just my prayer, that you would understand what I'm saying, because I'm not going to send the recording. I'm just praying you will understand what I am saying here. There's the shift in sale, a massive shift, a very massive shift in sale today. A very, very massive shift. Some people are still where the shift left them. But some people are able to catch up, right? Some people are able to catch up. Some people are able to catch up. Now, what is that shift? Number one shift from unknown to none. So the people that makes most sales today are visible. They are known. It is no more where you can sit and then you are telling us that you are selling this, let God bring market, and you're not coming out to show us. This time around, you are the one to come out. I've seen it. So you must come out and be visible so that we can know you. I've seen that shift. It has shifted from everybody must not know me, I'm coming from Hawaii. Everybody must not know me, I don't want my face to be seen, I'm a shy person, you're speaking English, keep hiding. There is no, I've not seen a hidden expert. Are you getting what I'm saying? That's it. So you must be visible. That's the shift. Number one is a must. You must be visible. You must be visible. Is a shift. People must see you. Visibility. See, you must pursue visibility with every energy in you. You must pursue visibility. If you're posting one time before, you must be posting at least 10 times. At least 10 times. From Monday to Friday, I make sure you see my write-up on Facebook at least 24 times. Please, you must not do like me, because there's a system around it. Okay, there's a way I do it. Some of those posts you see, I am not actively there. Do you get? But there's a way I have programmed it. I learned how to do it. Man, I learned how to do it. you know. So there's no hidden expert elsewhere. That's the point. So you must come out. You must come out. So that's a shift. It's a shift. It's a shift. You must come out. Number two. Before I go to number two, under number one, that is from unknown to known, that's visibility. People prefer a well-known and a most talked about product or service than an unknown quality product or service that is not talked about. You like, you take it, you like, people will always prefer. See, sometimes people don't even know about that product, but because people are talking about it, so how do you get people to start talking about what you do? That's deep. And that's why in my College of Sales, this training I do, College of Sales, that's where we dig in this thing deep on how to get people to start talking about what you do. Because the more people talk about what you do, the more you can make sales, because that is improving their belief on what you do. So how do you get to that point? Because people now prefer a product or a service that is, it's been talked about. It is known than the one that is not talked about and is not known. Let's move from here. Number two, there's a shift from not understood to the understood. Edu marketing. Now let me explain. Time has passed when you will say that people don't need to understand what I do before they buy. You are joking. People will not bring out their money to buy if they don't understand what you are doing and what you're selling. They need to understand what is in this thing for me. It is not the time of they must understand. You want them to buy. You might be, maybe you are choosing, you are waiting for miracle. Let them come and buy. You are choosing. Who are they? Continue that. But guess what? You must strive to move from people not understanding what you do to people understanding what you do. You must come to that point. Right? You must come to that point. You must come to that point. That's it. So how do you come to that point? I put it under a column and I said, Edu marketing. I shared this thing with somebody last week. Is it last week or last 2 weeks? And I think the guy is applying it because I'm seeing some of the stuff he does and he's here also. So people buy what they understand more than what they don't understand. If you're selling data, tell us why do we need to buy data? Some people don't even know the need of buying data. You cannot have access to relevant information because you cannot access the internet. You are selling clothes. Let us know what this clothes can do. Is it just wearing a cloth? There is something unique about that design that you are selling. That is what we want to understand. So if you want us to just be there and then we are patronizing your fabrics, no, we want to understand what can this fabric do for us. Are you getting the point now? Even if they were referred, they want to make sure that their referrer understands you. Even if somebody refer you to buy something from you, they want to be sure that the person referring them understands what you do. So they are leveraging on the understanding the person that referred them had on you and had about your business before they can come and start buying from what you are doing. Are you getting it? So you must come out and explain to us exactly what we need to know, what we need to understand about your product and about your service. It will help our decision ability. It will harness it will harness us to make a buying decision faster because we now understood. And guess what? If you refuse to make us understand, your competitors, which you feel you have, will explain to us and we will buy from them. Are you seeing the danger? That is exactly the opposite of it. Number 3, assumption. I'm talking about shifts. Another shift is assumption, which is no visual, to perception, which is visuals. So a lot of people, a lot of business owners just assume that people should know about their business. They don't post anything, no video, no content, no pictures. No, you don't post people DM asking them, your status is empty. The only thing you post is jokes. You post Sabinus. Sabinus is doing business. You post this Sabelo, they call it. You post I am a choosing. That's all you post. But guess what? People are using those trends to make money. You are posting fish pie, right? Continue. That's assumption. No visuals. We don't know what you do. So you must start putting out visuals so we can perceive what you do. We can perceive what we can get from you. We can perceive the value we can get from your product or your service. Does that make sense? Next, who own your business? Who own your business? Now, I'm going to share with you who really own your business. You are not the owner of your business. Those people, I screenshotted it. I made sure I screenshotted it. Those people that got the right answer, I'm going to give them a free gift. One of my book, The Transition of Word Creation, I'm going to gift it to them. And I'm going to post the screenshot on the group so that those people can private chat me. That book is 4,000, but I'm going to give it to them for free. All right. Those that got the answer. So follow me. If you see the answer I'm giving, you will know you won or you didn't. Is that okay? So you're going to be getting that book for free. But if you already have that same book I'm talking about, I'm going to give you another one. I have 3 ebooks already. Do you understand? So that's it. Who own your business? Who own your business? Who own your business? Your customers, so they're the ones that own your business. I'm telling you. Number 1, there are 2 people that own your business. Number 1 is your customers. These people own your business. Because if you are not there to provide what solves their problem, they won't give you their money. So they are in charge of controlling the decision you make about your business. Does that make sense? So, are you following me at all? If you are following, type I'm following. In my class is a collaborative sessions. Like, I love it so much. I need a yes. I need I'm following. I need your spirit, soul, and body here. Okay? All right, beautiful. 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 Your customers own your business. Number 2, your customers network. These people also own your business. There are 2 people majorly that owns your business. Your customers and your customers network. Now, hear this. Every customer have a community. If you heard me, type every customer have a community. Are you aware if they buy from you and what they bought from you, they loved it, it made sense to them, they are going to share that information to their what? To their community. They are going to share same information to their community. They are going to call their friends, tell their friends, this guy sell this thing and this guy can get it for you. This guy can help you do this. Buy from him, buy from him. So every of your customer have a community. See, if you are on the first level, you are losing money. So anytime you close a deal, ask for referrals. Find the creative, although I share some of these deep things in my College of Sales. So congratulations to people that already registered for College of Sales. We're going to show you how to move from level 1 into level 2, a systematic way to deep into the network of your customer. Like, they will be the one willingly want to connect you to their network. Every customer have a community. They belong to town meeting. They have a church. Imagine a customer buy one product from you and he goes to church and the person is a church leader, for example, And then that same thing you sell, the customer was, let's say there's a need for that thing in the church, and every member of the church need to get that thing. Just think about it this way. Every member of the church, and the church have, let's say the church have 10,000 members, and 10,000 members needs that product. And this your one customer mentioned that he can get this thing from you at a subsidized price. If you sold 10,000 to him, you decide to sell 9,500, for example. Even if you decide to sell 10,000, all the 10,000 members pay 10,000. Are you seeing the power of customers' network? They come back, you order for more goods, and before you know, it's finished. That's why you must treat every of your customer well. Make sure they have, you see, I once said, customer paying you is not the best thing that happened to you, but how you made them feel is the best thing that happened to you, because how they feel will determine if the level 2 will work. Are you saying it now? So there's no two words about it. Do you get that? Next, post-COVID sales framework. Now, there's a framework I'm going to be sharing with you, very powerful framework I have used to close deals. See, what I'm sharing with you today is practical. I sold 2 real estates, like 2 real estates under 24 hours. Like, oh my goodness. I don't know how to explain this, but that's what happened. And you know, real estate is a high capital intensive business, you know, closing 2 sales in 24 hours. Do you understand what I mean? So I'm going to share with you a framework to that, all right, for free. You're going to learn this for free. Post-COVID sales framework. Are you there? Now, note, there's no shortage of money anywhere. There's no shortage of money in circulation. Some people say there is no money. The day you start believing there is no money, you have just invited poverty into your life. I hate poverty. Like, I hated poverty. This thing dealt with me. It dealt with my family, dealt with my dad, dealt with my mom. I hated it. I hated it. And I hated it. Till today, I can't even stay in a poor environment. So there is no shortage of money anywhere. It is you that believed it. And it was a lie. Who told you there was a shortage of money? And then you will say, because there is no money in circulation, there's not enough money in circulation. That's why people are not coming to buy from you. It is a lie. That's not true. How do you know if there is no shortage of money truly? Go to the most expensive hotel after this class. Go to the most expensive hotel close to you. The most expensive hotel close to you. And ask them if there is still a vacant that you need 1 room. You will realize that all the rooms have been taken. Where are the people getting the money to pay? And you say there is no money? That's a lie. You get that? 2, closing a sale is a systematic framework and not a guesswork. So there is no guessing around it. It's something you need to understand how it works, okay? You must understand how it works, all right? So number 3 is a good closing equals a good bank account balance. Are you saying this? A good closing equals a good bank account balance. If you heard me type this, that a good closing equals a good bank account balance. Send it on the comment section. I want to make sure I'm carrying everybody along. Send it on the comment section, right? A good closing equals a good bank account balance. A good closing equals a good bank account balance. A good closing. A good closing. I'm waiting for your comment. I just need to be sure that you can hear me and you're following. A good closing equals a good bank account balance. Don't forget this for anything. All right. That's how it is. Okay. That's how it is. So the way to get paid is to create demand. If you can create demand, you always get paid. You must learn how to create demand. And I'm going to share with you for free. How do you create demand? 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 Number one, identify the problem. Identify the problem. Identify the problem that your prospect or your client or your customer is having. You must identify the problem. Find a way and identify the problem. Number two, amplify the problem. I see people pay you for solving problem, right? So what happens when you that want to sell cannot identify the problem? So identify their problem, amplify their problem. So when you identify their problem, amplify it. Amplify it. Let them see that it is big. Make them understand that this problem you are having is big. You don't tell them literally that the problem is big, but you use your creative thinking to amplify the problem. Make it look big. Make it look like, you just need a solution to this. And the solution is A, B, C. Blah, blah, blah is the solution. How do you create a demand? Solve the problem. So you have identified the problem. If you follow this thing, you are going to be creating every of your sale. How did I even close the real estate deal I was talking to you? The first one within that 24 hour. Now, I have this client. So I started speaking because I allowed him to talk. See, if you talk too much, you cannot sell. You're the one that asks questions while they talk. If you want to sell more, you ask more of questions. And then let them be the one to talk more. Let them be the one to be explaining more and more. All right? So how did I get that done? I come from the point of view, we're having a conversation. So from the conversation, I identify the problem. And the problem is that the young man has been making money, but there's no investment. If anything happened now, there is no investment to lean on. And then I started amplifying it. How? There's need. This is why you need an investment. This is what an investment can do for you. And I personalized it. And before you know, the solution I have to solve that problem is for him to invest. And the second one was a lady. So a young man and a lady in 24 hours. So that's how to create a demand. So principles of creating demand. How do you create this demand, right? Like the principles guiding demand creation, right? Number one is that people buy from their own reasons and not yours. Like these are principles. This should guide you on how you go about creating that problem. Creating that demand. You must understand that people buy for their own reasons and not yours. So if you want them to buy because you are choosing, they may end up not buying, but you must make sure they buy for their own reason, because definitely that's why they want to buy, and they will willingly want to buy for their own reasons, not yours, not because you need money, but because their problem needs to be solved. Principle of creating demand, all right, is sell is cost, not by chance. These are two different words. Sell is cost, is created. You can form it. It has a formation process. So for you to make a sale, for you to create a demand, you must understand that sale is cost. How do you cause it? You cause it by amplifying their problem. So they will now see the need to buy. You have caused a sale. So it is not luck. It is not something that happened by chance. Do you get that? It is not something that happened by chance. Okay? It doesn't happen by chance. It is caused. You will cause it. You will make it happen. All right? Number 3, people can't be convinced but be persuaded. Again, I tell you, in the College of Sales, we are going to be demystifying persuasion. How you can meet somebody and persuade the person to buy. You need to understand that big money will save you time. Why will you spend 10 years to achieve what is possible in 5 years? Because in 5 years, if you get it big, you will use the remaining 5 years to do something else. You need big money. You don't need small money. If you need small money, you can't be around me. You need big money, big money. You need it big. You need to start putting your children in the school where they pay 1 point something million naira and you are okay. In fact, as school is resuming, you're paying school fees up front and you're comfortable. These are possibilities. There are people that their children is going to that school. They don't have 2 heads. So you need big money, brother. You need big money. Don't be, you're so comfortable with small money. Yes, you can start with small money, but think of big money. Big money will save you time. If you need small money, type small money. If you need big money, type big money. Talking about something serious. Big money, that's what you need. Big money to live in a good house where you can breathe well. You look around, the environment is a motivation around you. Do you get? There are environments you stay, you cannot think. Because that's the environment you can afford, not because that's the environment you deserve. What you deserve is different from what you can afford. That you can afford something does not mean that's what you deserve. Man, you need to understand this. That you can afford something, it does not mean that's what you can afford. It does not mean that's what you deserve. That you're able to afford, okay, let's say a family of 3, and you can afford 1 bedroom. That is 1 room, 1 parlor, toilet, bedroom, kitchen. You can afford it. That doesn't mean that's what you deserve. You need 3 bedroom. 1 room for you and your wife, for you and your husband, 1 room for your children, and 1 room for visitors in case you have visitor. Then a big kitchen. That's what you deserve because of that size of your family. Are you getting my point? You're a single guy and you're living in a single self-con. You think that's what you deserve. That's what you can afford. Because if you now live in a 2-bed, you would have 1 full room for your privacy, 1 full room as a sitting room, and then kitchen, toilet, bathroom is there because that's what you deserve. Is that making sense? That's what you deserve. That's exactly what you deserve. That's what you deserve. You need to understand it. There's no this thing about there's nothing you can prove about it. You can buy let's say you can buy a duplex today because that's what you can afford. But guess what? You also deserve a skyscraper. You can buy Toyota Camry today, but maybe because that's what you can afford. But guess what? You can still buy Lamborghini. You can buy Rolls Royce. That's what you deserve. When you enter these two cars, you understand the difference. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? Am I making sense? That's it. That's exactly how it works. That's exactly how it works. That's how it's supposed to be. Because you're created to be the best. All right. So let me quickly rush and round up because we're almost done. Okay. So next is 6 lead conversion secrets. If your problem, like you have a problem to convert leads, like you have a problem of making people, like converting your leads, you don't have any problem with generating the leads, getting the people, but they will ask you one question about what you do, you're confused. You're having issue with converting the leads into money. This is especially for service-based business, because service-based is more difficult to convert a lead than a product-based. All right. I feel it's more difficult for service-based than a product, depending on the product the kind of product base. All right. So I'm going to share with you 6 lead conversion secrets. Does that make sense? If I think you're not even having issue with lead conversion. Are you having issue with converting a lead here? Making a stranger buy and give you money willingly, and they will thank you for giving you money. Do you have any issue with that? Okay. Okay. Sometimes. Okay. Now, listen to me. I'm not going to rush this so that we can understand. See, what is even a lead? What is a lead? Some of us don't even understand who a lead is. You know, you need to even understand who is a lead, right? A lead is an individual or organization that has shown interest in your brand, in your product, in your service, or your marketing material. That's a lead. Now, the keyword there is interest. Anybody that has shown interest, they've heard about what you do. They've heard about what you do, and you are able to come to a point where they are interested, but they have not decided to buy. The person is now a lead. Now, number one, clarify. This is the secret. Number one, I will take my time to explain this. Number one, clarify why they are there and what is important to them. Now, let me explain. Clarify why they are there means find out why they showed interest. Somebody cannot just show interest. There's a reason why the person showed interest. There's a reason why they showed interest. So you must find out why they showed interest and why the reason why they show interest is important to them. This is deep. Let me take it again. Clarify why they showed interest and also clarify what is important to them about that reason why they showed interest. If you understand this thing, you will know when a serious customer had come and when a time waster had come. Because customers, prospects, clients can lie. They can lie. Just understand that's the fact. They can lie. So when you know this, you will know exactly when they are playing with your time. And when you need to what? You sieve them in a better way. Do you get that? Does that make sense? Number 2, label them with the problem you plan on solving. Now you have identified, you have clarified what is important to them and why they showed interest. So take that reason why they should. Oh, let me give you an instance. For example, what do I use? I'm looking for what to use. Okay, I'm using a wireless mouse here. Can you see? This is a wireless mouse. I want to use it as an illustration. If you can see it, indicate that you can see it. This is a wireless mouse. Can you see it? I want to use it to explain this point. Can you see it? Okay. This is a wireless mouse. I want to use it to explain what I want to say. Number 1, I said clarify why they need. Clarify why they are there and what is important to them. Now, a customer showed interest to buy this mouse from me. After showing that interest, I want to now follow these steps to get this person to buy. The first thing I will do is to clarify why they need this mouse. The person will say, so that it will be easier for me to operate my laptop without stress. Why is it important for you not to be stressed while operating your laptop, which is the reason why you need the mouse? Are you seeing conversation? And the more they talk, the more they can likely buy from you. Number 2, label them with the problem you plan on solving. Now, what you want to solve is them stressing themselves on operating laptop, and that's why they need to buy this, and that's why they showed interest. So label them with the problem. The problem now is stress. So label them the dangers of being stressed. Stress can cause stroke. Do you get that? If they are overstressed, they can collapse. They can be on the system and they are pressing the laptop, and because of course, if you're pressing the laptop directly, you always bend your neck. So they can have issue with their back, their spinal cord may have issue. Are you seeing that I'm labeling this problem now? How many people is following me? If you're following me, let me know. Are you understanding? So I'm labeling this prospect with this problem he has mentioned. So I'm labeling it. I'm labeling it with the problem that I plan solving. So next step is overview their past pains and experiences. So since you are, since you've not used before you ever thought or before you showed interest on getting a mouse, a wireless mouse at that, we have clarified why they need it, why it's important to them, and we have labeled them with the problem that we plan to solve, Abby. So we are overviewing their past pains. You want it to be easy for you to operate your laptop, Abby. So for those days, it has not been easy for you to operate your laptop because you do not have. For those days, you've been having issues with your with your mouse because you do not. You've been having issue without having a mouse. That experience and those pains, I'm now overviewing it. I'm now overviewing it. So as I keep overviewing it, I keep on overviewing it. The person will say, my waist will just be paining me because I'm always, bending. Sometimes my one of my finger will just be paining me because I'm always bending to press. Sometimes I'm stressed. In fact, I will just be tired. Are you seeing how you are overviewing the pains and their experiences that they've had in the past. Now, the next point is you now, what's the next? Now, number 4, sell them the payoff and the benefits. So when you buy this mouse that you have you have showed interest in buying, you stop having all those stress. Your back will stop paining you. How would you feel if your back is no more paining you because you are now using a mouse? How would you feel if your hand or your neck is no more paining you because you are just over bending? The person will start talking. He's saying, I'll feel good. I see you're selling them the benefits. There are other benefits you can put in there. Then the next point is explain away their concerns and fears. The person will start telling you, this wireless mouse, the battery, how long does it take to die? Because it uses battery. How long does it take? I hope it's not after every week I'll be changing the battery. So when you are giving them the benefits, you also make them understand that you see this mouse for the next 1 year, you are not going to buy any battery because it has a follow-come battery. And even after you are done using the follow-come battery, you will also get good batteries for it because the battery lasts longer. You are indirectly explaining away their concerns. You are explaining away their fears and then reinforce their decision. How do you reinforce their decision? You influence them to buy what you sell as the solution to the identified problem. And how do you do that? You reinforce their decision by telling them, okay, how many of the mouse are you buying? See, never ever tell a client or your customer, is it one you are buying? No, 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 no. Should I package 10 pieces of this for you? So in their mind, they are already thinking of how to get just one. Do you get that? Don't tell them, so I should package one, Abby. No. Tell them, I'm packaging 10 for you, right? You are nodding your head. I'm packaging 10 for you already, right? So it's 10 you are buying, Abby. The person say, hey, no, 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 it's not 10. No, I'm the only one. It's just one. Are you seeing that it will be easy for him to buy that one? Of course, you want him to just buy one, Abby. Does this make sense? Does this make sense? If it makes sense, type makes sense. Let me see why you will not sell this week. Does this make sense? If it makes sense, type makes sense. Makes sense, right? Makes sense. Beautiful. Makes sense. So how many of you will try it this week? Some of those your customer that used to give you headache. Somebody want to buy children's shoe. If any business you're doing, use this strategy. Use this strategy, whether, especially if you're in real estate, use this strategy. Use it very, in fact, let me go back. You can screenshot it because you're not getting the video. Screenshot this thing. In the count of 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, in 2, in 1, gone. So the next point is you are not closing sales. That's if you are not closing sales, something is wrong with your sales or closing framework. So you must get the framework right. If you don't get the framework right, you would have issue with closing the sales. It's hard work, I understand, but get it done. And when the alerts land in your bank account, you would forget about the pain you have before you get that done, right? Always think from your customer struggle and pain. Be in their shoes all the time. Think from their own their struggles, and think from their pain. Your product is only as good as it helps them solve their problem or struggle. Your customer don't care about you. You need to understand this. Your customers, they don't care about you. So it's as good as helping them solve their problem. All they think about is their struggles and all of that. And apart from that, it doesn't concern them. So lastly, cycle selling techniques. I'm going to rush here because time is away from us. Number one cycle selling techniques is branding. Number one is branding. When you see, I'm trying to use something that we're very familiar with. When you see, um, when you see UBA Bank, like when you remember UBA Bank, what color comes to your mind? What color comes to your bank whenever you remember UBA Bank? Red, Abby? All right. Whenever you remember, I'm trying to use what we are familiar with. Majorly red, but red and white, still okay. So when you remember Eco Bank, what color comes to your mind? Eco Bank, what color comes to your mind? Many people don't use Eco. Okay, blue. You're correct. Whenever you remember, Access Bank, what color comes to your mind? Whenever you remember Access Bank, what color comes to your mind? Green, Abby? Green, beautiful. Now, what is your speaking style? As a business owner, you must have a speaking style. Are you a funny person? Are you always a serious person? You must have a style. And your style is carved from what? From your value system. So if you can carve out a value system for yourself, it's going to help your speaking style. So let's say you go to what bank uses My Bank and I? They always have slogan. Am I correct? Yeah. They always have a slogan. There's a bank that usually use is it My Bank and I think it's FCMB. There's a speaking style. So what's your speaking style? Yes, I think it's FCMB. My Bank and I. When you see people like so I'm talking about speaking style, you should understand, is FCMB, right? So let's say you're calling or you're on the ATM Access Bank, you'll be hearing a song. And that song is this song that says, I've forgotten that song. Oh my goodness. Sometimes you hear it in their ATM machine. Sometimes you hear it when you call a customer care Access Bank. You always hear that song. I'm trying to remember the name of that song. One day you go make them. One day you go make them. Is a style. So wherever you hear it, you know it's Access Bank. So branding is a psycho-selling technique. Number one, branding. So you must find a way to brand yourself. You must find a way to brand yourself so that when people hear about you or they hear how your styles are, they can easily remember you. Number two, we're running quick on branding. What are your brand colors? I've talked about colors, right? So if you're a business owner here, what is your brand color? In fact, if you have not registered your business, go and register your business. Because when your business go too far like this, you may just realize that the name is no more available. So that's the first thing. That's if you're a business owner. But if you're a salesperson, it's not your business. It's the business of your CEO or your employee. What is the quality of your visuals? Some of you, the picture on your Facebook profile, it's the picture is snapped in the bush. Please remove it. It's not a quality visual for you. because you're creating a bad perception for yourself. Some of you, the picture on your Facebook profile right now, like I'm talking about profile, I'm not talking about the one you post. Do you get? Some of you, the picture on your profile picture on Facebook is when you were praying in the church, your eyes were closed. Are you a pastor or do you own a church? You don't need it. It's not necessary as a businessman. What is on your profile should speak about what, like it should be able to represent you little percent. Do you understand? Some of you is where you are breastfeeding your child. That's what you put on your profile picture. Some of you allow people to tag you. When we check your Facebook profile, there's thousands of tags. There's a way to remove it. Go on YouTube, search for how to remove. I mean, go to Google, ask for even YouTube, Google or YouTube, how to remove tags on your Facebook profile. Set it up. Nobody can tag you without your permission. That's how my own is set up. You cannot be seeing all those things on my own. Do you understand? So what's the quality of your visual? Go to studio this week. Go and snap. You will not die. It is 4,000, 5,000, 10,000, some even 2,000. Snap a picture, a studio picture. Tell them you need a portrait caption, a professional portrait caption. Put it on your profile and be smiling. If you're not smiling, don't be too sad. Do you understand? Those things are important. Very, very important. Some of you on your bio, what you put there is that I love Jesus. We already know you love Jesus. I'm a Christian, but I'm not that religious in quotes. You know, we already know you are a Christian, for crying out loud. Your name is Jeremiah. We know you are a Christian. Do you understand? Can you hear me? Somebody say you can't hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, please check your network. So some of you allow people to tag you anyhow, you know, on your Facebook bio, your Instagram bio, even on your WhatsApp bio. WhatsApp even give you opportunity for cover picture. Some of you, the cover picture on your Facebook is God will help us. So it is well. But these things matters. If you must build a good business, and because we're talking about something big here. Do you understand? It's very important, like very big. If snap good picture, you won't die, nothing will happen. Spend that money. Spend that money, right? Snap good picture, put it there. You're smiling. If you're not smiling, don't be too sad. Let people not think that's your kind of life. They will be afraid to come around you. Do you get? Those pictures matters a lot. Your profile picture especially. Then on your cover photo, if possible, get a graphic design to design your services. Put it as a cover photo. What you do, who are you? You are satisfied, blah, blah, blah. You can help people sell. You can do this. Then on your bio, put a description. I think they give you 101 letters. Facebook is 101, I think. So use it and write something serious. I sell this. I can help you do this. I can do this. Just put it straight there. Do you understand? That's very important. Some of you will put graduate of University of Lagos. That's not important on the bio. You don't need it, because on Facebook there is a place to put college. There is a place to put all those school stuff. Your bio is what tells us we don't know you, but your bio tells us a briefing about you, just a brief note about you. Does that make sense? It's part of branding, right? Next, what is your brand awareness tool? So are you good on WhatsApp? Do you prefer Facebook? Do you prefer LinkedIn? Do you prefer TikTok? Do you prefer SpaceX? That is what's the name again? Twitter. Do you prefer Instagram? What tools works for you? Identify the tools that work for you. For me, Facebook works a lot for me. LinkedIn works a lot for me. I'm just trying to come up on TikTok. Then WhatsApp. Majorly for me, you see WhatsApp, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Especially Facebook is number one for me. Do you get it? So that's it. Number 2 on psycho-selling techniques. Psycho-selling is what makes people think about you. It makes them remember you and they know this is what you can do for them. So whenever they need that thing, they get back to you. That is psycho-selling. So next point is your content value. We're rounding up. Your content value. How persuasive are your copies? Some of you, you need to go and learn copywriting. It's one of the service we offer, but then it's not that difficult, but you just need to be guided. You need to learn how to put out your copies. Don't be posting things anyhow. For example, if you're posting on your WhatsApp status, use one color. Always use one color. If you follow me on status, like WhatsApp status, I use one color. I don't even know the name of that color, but I use one color. I've been using that one color since 2021. I've been using that one color since I understand the need to focus on one color. If you're using green, always use green. If you're using then on Facebook, I use red. If I'm putting a short write-up, a short post, they'll bring out colors. I use red. On WhatsApp, I use a different color, but you always use one color. So what is your own color? Some people use black, it's okay, but don't use black today. Use purple tomorrow, use red next tomorrow, use green next week. It's not making any sense. All right. Next is utilize story selling. When people buy from you, tell their story. When people give you review, whenever people buy from you, ask them for reviews. If they can give you, collect reviews from them, screenshot it, tell the person, hope you'll be okay if I share it to my community. If the person is okay, because some people like privacy, if they're okay with it, share your story, so that people will know that you are selling. People will know that people are buying these things. Does it make sense? All right. Now, is your content educative, entertaining, or valuable? You say sometimes it's not moody. Entertain us a little bit, but don't avoid all extreme. Your post, let it be educative. Educate us about what you do. Tell us the need of what you do. What would this thing do for us? Write it down. And that's why I say creator founder. You are the one that will brainstorm these things, right? Except you pay a social media manager to be doing that for you. That's for those on social media. Then valuable. Is it valuable? So your content must have CEEV. That's what I call it, CEEV. So we'll call it CEV. Educative, entertaining, and valuable. If you're doing network marketing, tell us why we need to join network marketing. Tell us about leverage. Tell us about passive income. Tell us about becoming a business owner. Don't be quiet. Educate us. Number 3 on psycho-selling techniques. What makes customer prefer your brands to another brand? Number 1 is your quality. Number 2 is your consistency and your availability. You must always be showing up. I've come to a point where people chat me anything from 10 a.m. We have not seen your post today. Do you understand? That's what is happening to me right now. Okay. It started some time ago. Then what makes people prefer you than another person is ease. Don't give us headache. When we want to buy from you, don't make the process too long. Make it easy, simple, and short. If it's a website, send us the website. Let's just go there, buy. Give us options. Some of us want to pay direct. Give us that option. Does that make sense? Number 4, what is your USP? Unique selling proposition. So you must understand your USP, right? So what your unique selling point might be, if you buy data from me in the next 30 minutes after, 30 minutes is too much. In the next 10 minutes after payment, you get your data. That's your unique selling point. So people know that when they buy data from you, it takes a maximum of 10 minutes to get delivered. It can be 20 minutes, it can be 30 minutes. But let it not be, up, down, up, down. Let it be unique. If you're doing cake, your selling point can be get your cake delivered in 24 hours. Just find something that works for you that you can keep. You can keep at it and let it be your selling proposal. Like in my real estate stuff, all right, you buy in less than 1 month, you get your documents that you're supposed to get. It will not be more than 1 month. That's my selling, and you will get it definitely, whatever location you are. So that's my unique selling proposition. Number next is your UVP, unique value proposition. What value should we be expecting from you? What kind of content should we be expecting from you? All right. So what really matters is revenue generating activity, which number one RGA is marketing. You see these things, screenshot it, lead generation, lead conversion, that's sales and closing. Number 4, lead retention. Anything outside these 4 things, you're wasting time. Outsource. In a day, if you don't do part of these 4 things, honestly, you wasted that day. This is what brings your income. So any other thing outside this, shooting video, it should be done with extra hours, but not in your main hours of work that you need to sit and work. Does that make sense? So this brings us to the, summary of this meeting. Please, if you got value today, type value. Does it worth 150K truly? Because this recording, we're going to edit it and it will be sold for 150K. Oh, value, right? Are you sure you learned something? You learned something, right? Now, there's something I might do. Once we are done with today, don't leave the group. I want to see how I can be sharing more value to you. It's just that I'm very busy. I'm thinking of doing a free webinar for everybody in the community once every month. I'm trusting God to give me capacity. Maybe once every month or once in 2 weeks, I just come up with something free. You're not paying anything. Let it be something you're benefiting free of charge from me. Does that, or do you want us to dissolve the group? RGAs is revenue generating activities. Revenue generating activities. So I'm thinking of that, all right, on coming together to, I just want to be sharing free value once in a while because, it's everything is not pay, right? So, but if you want me to dissolve it, this night itself, I could just dissolve them. But if it makes sense to you, maybe once in a month or once in 2 weeks, right? But every month you must get something for free from me. Every month is a commitment. Every month. If I'm not there, my team must be there for you. Every month. Every month. So, okay, you don't want me to dissolve it. Okay. All right. Don't leave yet. Let me share a few information with you. So thank you all for joining us today. I sincerely, appreciate you for being here as I round up shortly.